Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do, or the amount of things that we do, without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Yep, we're good. And we are live, in theory. Now somebody tell me if we can hear. Mother Yeah.
Confirmation. Okay, yeah, it's...
Because there's a slight delay, we need to wait.
And we're all there, maybe.
Are we all here? Are we all audible?
How about now?
Is that everybody?
What about now?
You heard?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
OBS, you are the worst!
And now I can stop listening to everyone 10 seconds delayed from themselves.
Okay.
Absolute abject worst, by which I mean not the worst. Just really annoying.
By which we mean the marginally best solution in an unfortunately complicated landscape.
Anyway. So, welcome to Final Show Films Adventurers League Curse of Strahd. I am William. I am the Dungeon Master for this Adventurers League campaign. And joining us today, we have Jeremy.
Hello, I am Jeremy. I am playing Valis, the Scourge Asmar Grave Cleric of a god whose name I remember. Kelemvor.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am playing Connie Rose, apparently the charisma member of the party and a barbarian and of soon.
And Jeff.
Hey, I'm Jeff. I am playing Jonelle, the Elven Sunsoul Monk.
And Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm playing Zanine. Not sure what my character is right this second because I've forgotten.
Half-Orc Ranger.
Half-Orc Ranger, yes, that's me.
And we do not have John this week. We will probably not have John for the foreseeable future because his schedule has gotten insane. So I will have to deal with the extrication of his character in a moment. But for right now...
Because dude needs to sleep at some point.
Sometime in the world. When last we left off a couple of weeks ago, before we had several issues that caused us to miss a couple of weeks, the group had finally decided they had had enough of the Baron of Krezik's shit, and not Krezik,
Vallaki.
The Baron of Vallaki's posturing and meandering in his awful attempts at forcing the populace to commit to his misguided worldview. and invaded his house after dealing with the guards, the majority of the guards, defeating the captain of the guard, and then barging into his house, killing his guard dogs, and then following with him. Proceeding to explore up the rest of the building, they found the attic, at the end of which seems to be some kind of amateur mage's workshop, complete with 3 wooden mannequins of small individuals in the corner. After about a minute of conversation went by, the invisibility spell used by the mage in question expired, and he appeared in the corner with a very shocked, "Huh!" which is where we left off and where we'll pick up.
Yep.
Looking to how pretty is this person?
Well, he has a sallow face, likely from not a lot of not a lot of good eating. The robes that he is wearing are dirty and tattered, likely from being one of the few outfits that he actually has to wear. And his facial hair is his hair and facial hair is generally largely unkempt from a lack of being able to really focus on that.
So
Not very pretty at all. Got it. Connie will pull out her book, flip through it. The time for explanations is short, and justice must be administered for the tragedy suffered by the beautiful.
He sort of looks at you for a minute and, like, tilts his head to the side like he's trying to parse out what you just said to him.
Janelle pulls out his spear, kind of holds it out slightly menacingly, and goes, I believe what she was saying is you have a lot of explaining to do.
I am Victor. I am the son of the Baron, and this is my workshop.
Look him over. Do you have anything in his hands? Nothing? Just
like a book that he's clutching to his chest.
What do you work on?
Magic, mostly. I found a spell book some time ago, and I've been trying to teach myself the arcane.
What sort of magic?
Well, most recently, he sort of indicates under the blue rug, I've been trying to make a teleportation circle to go home, away from this place.
Right. I'm gonna look at the circle. I want to see how legit this dude is.
What else have you been working on?
So you pull the rug out from under, and you see there is a series of magical runes underneath the rug that looks like the beginnings of a teleportation circle, but it doesn't take a master of the arcane to see that this circle is incomplete and flawed for a number of reasons. It is not currently going to work at all, and it doesn't function like a teleportation circle should, and it's probably dangerous to try and use to teleport.
Okay.
So it is someone who is trying to learn the teleportation circle's attempt at making one.
He stares at it for a second.
Have we decided if this guy's a bad guy or not?
Looks
Honey.
up at Victor. Victor?
Yeah.
Yes. Looks back down at it. Grabs his mace and repeatedly smashes the floor until the teleportation circle is... What was there is gone. You need
Connie
to
will
be
flip through a book a
better.
little bit, looking towards Zanine. Even where the beauty is unclear, we must be thorough when our examination of the arts.
That mean I need to look at it closer?
So just go ahead and make me a general attack roll, Valis, for how well you managed
Okay.
to smash up this teleportation circle. Move you around a bit.
I mean, I'm just gonna
Make
keep
an-
hitting the floor until it until the
'Cause-
floor's broken.
So Connie has read her share of trashy romance,
Roll me some damage for that.
So,
Go ahead.
can I get an insight roll to see if this may have been a magical practice that was slowly driving his father insane?
You can make an insight check, yeah. So yeah, you just kind of take your mace and just slam across the magic runes, and Victor looks kind of shocked, but is obviously not in a position to try and stop you from doing this.
Once it's pretty much destroyed, I straighten up, look over at him. Perhaps you should start more modestly. Light spells. Pulling rabbits out of hats.
I mean, I've
That
learned
sort
a
of
few
thing.
of those. I was hoping to leave this place with that, but
That probably would have killed you.
yes, that's been the effect on the things that I've tried to send through.
Wait.
And
Sent
your
things through.
your insight check, you get the sense that this practice has mostly been confined to this room, and based on the amount of clutter and pathway in the area, you suspect that the Baron didn't come up here that often. Probably didn't notice too much of this. And Victor, yes, I've tried to teleport small objects, occasionally a small animal. It doesn't go well. I've been trying to refine it.
When you say small animal, are you talking rabbits and other such things, or small humans because humans are animals?
He kind of indicates to the pile of ash that used to be undead cats.
Right. When your teleportation circle creates the undead, it's time to start from scratch.
Oh no, I dug those from a of a discarded graveyard and animated them to be test subjects.
So you
What?
didn't make the with your teleportation circle?
Okay. I'm
I
going to
made
reach
them to be
over and
experimentation subjects.
reach over. I am going to take that book that he is clutching to his chest.
Poor bastard.
Make me an athletics check.
Oh, no, 10. I don't have advantage.
I mean, he's got a terrible strength score. So nope. As you wrench it from his arms, he kind of reaches out. What?
He's gonna take it with the other hand, just kind of like hold his head back.
So, allow me to see if I understand this correctly. You dug up dead animals, turned them into the undead willingly, and then sent them through the circle.
I mean, would you have rather I sent people through?
Are there no living cats?
Have you seen any?
Perhaps capture one of those wolves. Never mind. Never mind. And he just walks out of the room. Like, he looks like if he doesn't, he's going to start using that mace in a different way.
Flipping through the book, I know I can't understand the spells, but if he's got any notes or anything written in them, basically I'm looking for the ones where he's learned how to animate the dead.
I mean, basically, he has the basic spells for a mage, which the ones he's got prepared at the moment. You can sort of look through and decipher some of the notation: detect magic, mage armor, magic missile, shield, misty step, suggestion, counterspell, fireball, fly, greater invisibility, ice storm, cone of cold, as well as acid splash, animate dead, blight, cloud kill, dark vision, glyph of warding, levitate, mending, remove curse, and thunderwave.
This is impressive amount of dabbling you've done in here. Why are you up here? Why are you... Well, this place was locked when it came up here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sealed with a glyph of warding.
Okay. Did you lock yourself up here, or did someone else lock you up here?
I did. I'd rather not deal with my family's insanity at times. I'd like to be left with my own slowly fraying sanity.
From the other room, you hear, "That's not a problem anymore."
Ah! I see. Well.
It's gonna toss the tome onto the table.
This is the point where we remind you that neutral good does not mean neutral nice.
And then, of course, the last thing in the book that you noticed was the attempts to write down the incantations for a circle of teleportation that is incomplete, obviously.
It's a... Well, as my friend has said, you are free from the insanities of your family. Make sure this doesn't spread outside of this house.
Yes, I will. Could you not, never mind. He just kind of grabs his book and pulls it close to his chest again and sits back down in the corner.
This poor bastard.
He's slow going crazy.
He's slow killing crazy. As long as he keeps it to himself, I have no objections. And just kind of don't make us come back here, and then I'll follow Valis out.
All right, so you head out of the building, I'm assuming, unless you have anything else you want to do here.
Nope.
Valis is waiting for everybody else. He's not going off on his own. This time.
Yay.
This time.
Yeah. Yay, Valis. You're restraining yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, if we've satisfied that to people's...
Nope.
All right, so as you all make your way out of the building, Maria kind of, well, I suppose with that done, then we should... And before she's able to finish that sentence, there is a rumbling in the earth as the very ground begins to shake and the sky begins to darken. And a voice booms through the air above you. Strahd! You seek to take my servant from me! An angry voice kind of echoes through as a hole in reality rips open behind Maria. I think not! As Maria begins to be sucked through the portal. Wait, there is so much more I can... And then she just gets yanked through that sentence.
Warlock patron says, no, I'm done.
Because Strahd might be a powerful vampire, but he's not a patron.
Dan, for dramatic purposes, make a grab for Maria.
Alice just like,
Oops, she's
Well.
gone.
Can I do a religion or arcana on the magic hell portal?
Sure.
Who
Yeah.
exactly was
yeah,
this?
that's
that
true.
ripped
I
her
want to
through?
find out who that patron was.
Religion?
Sure, go ahead and roll me religion.
I probably don't know.
Wow, that's pretty average roll.
It definitely wasn't fiendish or celestial or any of the major outer patrons that you would think of when you think of like a warlock patron. It was definitely something more obscure, but still definitely incredibly powerful.
Okay. So you
Fancy way of
just...
saying it was a hex blade, but you don't know what.
Yeah. It's just like, well, that
Flip.
just happened.
It is always quite a shame to lose beauty to darkness. We mourn the loss of beauty.
Well,
Right.
I don't think she's dead, but this will complicate things.
So,
Does anyone remember what we were supposed
yes,
to be doing
yes,
next?
I was about to
There
say,
is the
we
other,
obliterated the mayor and his family.
and now we
Now
need
we
to
have Lady
demon-
Lady Wachter.
Wachter
yeah,
to obliterate.
the demon summoning lady.
We know where her house is. Let's go there.
I feel like this campaign is about to get a lot less restrained without your face.
I mean, so far, we have 2 reasonably restrained characters in the party. It's just a matter of...
Yep.
Jonelle's neutral, so it's like, what's the best for the greater good here?
So yeah, I don't believe we had any greater plan for dealing with Wagner other than go to her house, break in, find proof that she's evil, then kill her.
The other thing I seem to recall was we at one point had a plan to out her as a demon cultist to her son.
Sons, plural.
It was
Sons.
something like that.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna show them.
But that was
There's-
mostly Connie being like, here's what would be poignant.
There was some debate of whether that would matter to them at all.
Either way, we need the evidence first.
We were deciding whether they were Mama's boys or not.
Yes.
Well, I think we'll start with heading over to her manor house. I mean, she is supposedly out at a meeting, so we need to make this quick.
Was she out at a meeting now, or was it still
Or is it?
coming?
The meeting was supposed to be the day before the festival, which
I would imagine things are shifting quite drastically now, so we might want to.
That is not going to be an option anymore. News about what happened in the town square is going to spread very quickly.
especially once the guards that you knocked out start waking up.
Oh, they're locked in the stocks.
There was only like 3 of them that survived, weren't there?
Yeah.
Something like
the-
that.
The entire complement of the town guard is dead.
Yeah,
Also,
that may have been.
We are political assassins.
Okay, so
I was hoping to pull the
being
escape
the
off
least
at
subtle
night,
political
we wouldn't have to
assassins
kill so many
ever.
guards.
and that includes the time that a whole bunch of people stood around another guy and stabbed him repeatedly.
I don't know. I think we might be a little bit better than John Wilkes Booth having shot a guy in the back of the head at point blank range, jumped onto the stage in front of a bunch of people, and limped off.
Broke his leg and limped off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just head to her house.
All right.
All right, so you go to the Wachter house.
We're doing the adventurer thing of enforcing our will upon the townsfolk. Ugh.
It is the page decides to load because there is so much shit here. Alright, so
I prefer to see it as we are removing a demonic influence from the town and, and letting clearer heads lead.
Stepping up to the door, Connie will just knock.
let's see, what time of day is it?
It was morning when we started this mess, so probably early afternoon.
And I believe this was the day that you were going to go and look because today was supposed to be the day of the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you got distracted with killing everyone.
We saw people in stocks with pig heads on.
I was hoping to free them at night when there wasn't so many guards around and we wouldn't have to kill so many people.
Connie has a negative wisdom.
So you knock on the door, nobody answers.
I'm going to try and... Oh, well, you knocked on the door, so...
Yeah, I knocked on the door. Connie will say, "Hello, I'm Connie Rose. Do you have tea in favor of soon? And I would love to talk to you about the glory of holy beauty and the scourges of the unbeautiful, corrupt, and necrotic. And I want to smash the door in."
I like how you introduced yourself to the door before you broke it.
Yeah.
Well, she's projecting. Presumably, if there are people in the house, it will be heard.
Would you like to talk? Do you have a minute to talk with me about Jesus?
Yes, essentially, she did the zealot barbarian version of.
Hello, Jehovah's Witness. Whack.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness are the ones that do door to door.
Hello, have you heard the good word of my sword in your face?
Straight
I
out of the
didn't
Grog
start
episode.
with this, but we know there's fiends in here, so we're gonna go with that.
Make a strength check.
Athletics or just flat strength?
Just flat strength.
7.
Bash into the door and it bends, but it doesn't break.
Connie,
I meant break it open with a greatsword, but okay. Fair enough.
May I
Go ahead.
try?
Bang.
You can go ahead and roll.
Let Valis go.
Okay, sure. Alice.
Pull out mace. Apply to doorknob.
Sure. If Connie's helping with this with her great sword, you can roll with advantage, I guess.
Okay. Strength. 19.
All right. So the two of you together slam into the door, and eventually it just splinters off of the hinges and flies to the ground.
I approve of our new direction as a group.
Look over at Connie and Valis. Can either of you tell if that fiendish presence is still here and where it's at?
One moment. And I focus.
I actually haven't done that today,
and
but
use. I actually believe that mine only works on. I have the spell. Do I have the spell prepared currently? I don't know because Roll20 reset what spells I have prepared.
Oh yeah, they redid how the spells are.
this
I mean,
Set
it's also been 2 or 3 weeks, so go ahead and pick new spells prepared. None of us remember.
Yeah.
for expediency's sake, Connie, he will looking at Valis because I'm supposed to at least be the strong one who can bash open doors. Channel my rage into magical sacred energy and cast detect good and evil.
Okay,
Sorry.
no, that is legit.
Alright,
So
30-foot range.
Yep. It's fine because somebody keeps keeps a copy of their character on dndbeyond.com and it has the prepared spells.
Yay.
Hey.
So you don't sense anything within the current radius, but you do know that the spell is stopped by about a foot of stone, and you do recognize the existence of that beneath this house. So if there's anything in the basement, you wouldn't be able to sense down there.
yeah, so when I previously cast this spell and walked around the house to detect a fiend in the first place,
It was in the same room as you.
okay. Alright, so I'm looking for basement stairs and sort of heading in this way. Are these basement stairs?
No, those head up. Give me 1 second, because there's a lot of stuff on the GM overlay. Like there's a lot of like letters on the GM overlay that are really difficult
That is fair.
to work. Give me 1 second.
Dispel magic.
And listening, any servants running around, that type of thing.
Word.
Like, anyone going, oh my god, someone just kicked in the front door?
Guardian.
Roll me a perception.
And the best spell ever.
Unnatural 20.
You definitely hear servants scuttling around, but it seems like they're trying to hide from you more than scream. These stairs go upstairs. They go up to the second floor.
Okay.
Maria's walking in. Valis is walking in. By the way, Maria's still on the map.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me remove that. Also, Zanine is not on the map, so let me solve that
not
too.
on the map. Yes.
And I'm not
That's why I
seeing-
thought there was the number of people that we'd expect there.
I'm not seeing any map, William.
That's because.
Yeah, it's because you're not on it yet.
There's no token. Your token isn't
Cool.
over yet.
Zanine, and I also need to add Ismark and Esmeralda.
Yeah. Once you're ready, Connie is planning on heading sort of through that dining room looking for, again, a basement.
Give me 1 second, because I need to have Ismark Kojanovic, Esmeralda Davinier. Sorry.
That's you.
Okay, you were going which way? Through the dining room.
Dining room. Again, I'm just looking for wherever it seems like a basement might be.
I'm following.
Also, dear whoever put these maps in Roll20, is it strictly necessary to dynamic light the fucking fireplace?
I mean, apparently.
Yeah.
Following along, and again, I am trying to keep an eye out for servants or guards, that type of thing.
Is this a door?
Yes, that is a door.
Open / apply smashing force if necessary.
You go ahead and open it up. It's not locked. It appears to be a sitting room, and there is another door on the northern end.
That seems to lead outside, or I don't know if I can actually see that, or if that's...
you can't see what's in that room from here.
Open up this door, then.
Sorry. By door to the north, I mean on the other side of the dining room.
Oh.
Yeah, cut up here.
Yeah, where Valis is at.
Valis will open the door.
All right, yeah. So you open the door, and so you step into the servants' quarters, which I will see if there are any box text. Yeah, the furnishing in this room are bereft of imagination. 4 simple wooden beds with equally austere wooden chests. And you see 3 human servants who are currently kind of cowering in the opposite end of the room.
Behind.
Where are the demons?
Where do you keep your demonic spawn?
Oh my god, I wish I was playing a snarky character right now.
The servants all kind of look at you with just kind of abject fear as this tall, dark, and brooding individual who burst down the door and just stomped into the room,
To
glaring
be fair,
at them.
he simply opened the door unless he had to smash it open.
Opened it, but you smashed the front door open and they could all hear that.
This is true. This is entirely true.
So, in very much contrast visually to Valis, the dressed in sort of sexy priest attire, extremely pretty lady. He sort of puts a hand on his shoulder and peeks in the room.
The tip of your greatsword just kind of jutting past you.
Yeah, there's quarterstaff and a greatsword. But the quarterstaff's a priestly quarterstaff.
And the greatsword is a greatsword.
A very pretty greatsword. It's important to make that distinction.
Yes.
And sort of seeing the people, sighs, pulls out a book, starts flipping through it.
They may not understand common. I will try abyssal. And I repeat, there are demons here. They may be demons.
As Valis speaks at these servants in this guttural, growling, aggressive tongue that is the language of demons, that sounds like every black metal album cover put to words. They just kind of shrink even further away.
Connie will... We seek to exterminate an evil that has festered here. We hope... No. A worry need... Those of beauty and radiance need not fear, but dark creatures will be exterminated. There will be removed from beauty, would probably be how that ends
Roll
up being
me a
great.
persuasion check, just for the hell of it.
Do I get advantage for having a terrifying, terrifying creature next to me?
No, I would argue you would get disadvantage, but I'm not going to put that on you.
Okay.
Because your persuasion roll's already bad enough.
Just a flat roll. 4.
They are terrified to speak at the moment, and are mostly hoping that you're just going to go away at some point.
And Jonelle
With
pokes his
detect
head
good
in.
and evil up, I assume I understand that these people are not.
They are not demons, no.
Jonelle will poke his head over one of their shoulders and just go, basement, where?
Finally, somebody who can talk to them.
Roll me another persuasion check.
Yes!
As we all start
With a natural one.
communication feats.
With a natural one, they just kind of shake their heads and don't respond.
I will now try in Celestial. You never know. Where is your basement in Celestial?
Going from the language of demons to the language of angels, you go from this black metal sounding gibberish to this Latin and holy choir sounding gibberish that they don't seem to comprehend any better than any other language. You do know there's another door off to the side of this room.
Connie
I
will.
see this door. Where does this go?
You saying common?
Yes.
I'm hoping. One of them finally speaks up. It's the back vestibule.
The back vestibule?
Yes, it's the vestibule in the back of the house.
I am trying really hard not to make a friend's joke right now. I'm trapped in a vestibule. Sorry. He opens the door.
You open the door. There is a vestibule and three other doors.
Absolutely a vestibule. Well, one of the doors looks like it probably pretty clearly goes outside. I don't open that door. I open the one that to my south.
South. So this door. So here, servants' coats and aprons hang from hooks in this room, and boots are neatly lined up against the wall.
Useless.
Would you like to investigate the room?
Yeah, I will check it out just to be safe.
Sure, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. This is a roll I can kind of make. Turn off advantage. 14?
14. So as you look around this room, you notice that there is a secret door in the wall. Right here.
I walk over. And I open the door.
Here's where it gets entertaining, because they did not actually dynamic light the secret door separately from the wall.
Oh, you...
So to open this secret door, I'm going to delete this wall. So as the secret door opens, you find the secret staircase. Iron torch sconces cling to the wall. Sconces cling to the wall of a stone staircase that cuts its way through the heart of the old house. And Connie, as you get to this secret staircase with Valis, your detect good and evil starts going off.
Yep.
I believe
we head towards evil.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I've said...
okay.
She just said we head towards evil.
One moment as he really quick runs back here, glares at the servants whose closet essentially was where the secret basement is. Stay where you are. And then goes back.
We're not really making a great case for being the heroes in this situation.
Kind of sigh at that. Like, oh man.
Oh, Valis.
I mean, as far as he's concerned, it's their closet. That's like finding the secret door portal
Can I
to
look at-
hell underneath someone's bed. You
Can I
don't
look at,
assume they had nothing to do with it.
Can I look at insight check on the servants? Do they seem surprised to have us open this door up?
I mean, they're not even able to see where you're at, so they just saw you go into the servants' quarters or into the servants' closet.
Oh, it's around the corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would they
Never
know
mind.
the door is in the servant's closet?
I mean, maybe, but you don't know.
Okay.
You're not in their head. They're not sharing the contents of their heads. All right, so I'm assuming all of you follow Valis down the stairs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Valis,
Yup.
like, bring everyone slowly down to the next level. Let me get everyone moved real quick. This large root cellar has a dirt floor. 2 ascending flights of stone steps enclosed by wooden railings stand across from one another. Tracks in the earth lead from one staircase to the other, and other trails go from both staircases to the center of the bare west wall. 4 neatly made cots are set in a row against the south wall.
Well then. I looked at Connie.
So according to the spell, I should be able to pretty specifically pinpoint where this is coming from.
Alright, so what does the Detect Good and Evil picks up? 1 second.
Themes and stuff.
Yeah, Detect Evil and Good, Fey, Fiend, Undead within 30 feet of you, and it's 10 minutes. You got plenty of time. So you're picking up a Fiend to your west, behind some kind of wall, behind this wall that you can see to your west, and Undead in the floor, right as Valis steps on the floor.
I mean,
Connie is sort of about at this time, flipping through the book, realizes that this is not the time to go slowly, points at the floor. Undead there?
And
Fiends there, pointing off
as-
the west.
As Valis steps on the floor and Connie says that, a series of skeletal arms burst forth from the dirt and proceed to claw their way out from the ground. As all of these skeletons rise.
Oops.
it's not even my birthday.
Can you see that?
Now, is this right below
Uh,
us? Is this just like a railing?
Yeah, it's a
Or is
railing.
that okay?
And we're gonna roll some initiative real quick. As the fight with the skeletons begins.
Initiative.
That's a lot of skeletons. I'm excited.
Do you still have your channel divinity?
That is a. Yes, I have, because I have.
So just
use-
to
you use
clarify the slightly strange initiative look, I rolled a natural 1, but I have advantage.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
2 after you. I'm at the point that I get 2.
Okay,
So,
yeah, because you use one of them to kill all the skeleton cats.
Yep. I am clicked on.
By the way, we can see the skeletons.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Okay.
They came to the field.
Invisible. The in chat.
Oh, so I accidentally put the room markers on the GM screen on the token layer as well.
Right,
we can see their rolls.
Whispers.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
right, we can see their.
my natural one actually carried through.
Yes.
So I'm going on 2.
The Holy Warriors rolled natural ones to fight undead things.
Because why wouldn't we?
Dallas is too busy going, yay!
All right.
That implies Valis is ever happy.
I mean, as close as it gets is right now.
And let me set these guys to always whisper. Okay, cool. And we're good. So, at the top of the round is the Skelemangs, who are... Oh, no, actually, no. Yeah, they're at the top. I need... Actually, Zanine, you need to roll your initiative.
I was
Click on
gonna
your
say.
token.
Okay, I'm not finding my initiative.
Hang on, I gotcha. Meh. That will be a 12 for Zanine. And also, I need to roll for Esmeralda and Ismar. Nope, Esmeralda's going first.
Are they still with us?
Yeah,
They're following right behind Zanine.
they're going to have trouble getting through.
Yeah, as Esmeralda, we need Esmeralda for the Strahd stuff.
Right.
So they're following us around, watching us wreck up a town.
Yep.
Engendering lots of confidence.
I mean, there's anyone who wants Strahd dead more than you guys. It's two people who are following you right now.
That's fair.
Think of it as demonstrating our combat prowess.
Hey, look, we can rob a town of its defenses.
So, Esmeralda, not able to get past you guys because you're all crowding the railing, is just going to let's see what she can do. She's going to cast Mirror Image on herself right now. As that spell is gone, Skelemangs begin to crowd Valis.
Since these are not solid walls, can Jonelle just jump on the floor from where he's at?
That was my plan.
Okay.
That was my plan.
And then Zanine will do the same thing when it comes to her turn.
Yep. And so we got skeletons attacking Valis, most of whom have advantage. So we'll do the one that doesn't first. So, one short sword attack. That's a 6, which I believe misses you.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with advantage. 15. 21.
Hold on. My armor class is 17.
Okay, so 1 miss, 1 hit. Second miss. Second hit. Third hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Fourth hit. All right, so you take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
4 points of piercing. Hang on, I'm just gonna add it up for you. 7, 10. You take 15 points of piercing damage from the 4 attacks that hit you. And that is the skeleton. Oh wait, there's one that has a short bow. 23 hits you. 3 more points of piercing damage.
still fine.
All right, and that is the skeleton's turn. Jonelle.
Yeah, first I'm just going to hop the railing. Jump down here. And make an attack at this guy.
All right. Roll me your attack.
14. Great.
It's a skeleton. It has an armor class of 13. You hit.
For 8.
8 points
And-
of bludgeoning damage, which it's a skeleton. It takes double bludgeoning damage. It dies.
It dies. Okay, so let's step up here. Make second attack at for guy right in front of me, which would be
That one
at
actually
advantage.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So that
Would be
hits. Roll damage. He also dies.
9. And then bonus action attack at this guy here. And then I'm gonna
That hits. Roll damage.
wow.
Dead.
And last of my movement, I'm gonna step up here just to possibly support Valis.
All right. Next in line, Connie.
Cool. Smashing the one in front of me.
All right. Roll me an attack. That hits. Roll damage. It actually survives that.
Okay,
Barely.
Second attack.
That hits. It almost certainly can't survive this. Nope. Yeah, no, it's gone. As brittle bones shatter and crunch underneath your quarterstaff.
Then I will move up to here, giving Zanine a way out of the staircase.
All right, Zanine, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move over here toward Jonelle, which gives me 5, 10, 15.
And you can attack the one diagonal from you.
Yeah, I want to hit this guy.
All right, roll me an attack with your longsword.
My long sword over here.
All right. 9, unfortunately, will miss, but you have a second attack, so go ahead and roll the second attack.
Okay,
14 will hit. Roll damage.
and damage is
Just click on where it says longsword in the chat.
Where you see the 14 that you rolled, underneath it the word longsword.
oh, okay.
Just click that and it'll do the damage.
Oh, fudge. There it is. Okay. Nope, that's not longsword. We'll do this one. Okay.
No, hang on. No, you see where it actually rolled the number in the bottom in the chat on the right?
No, I don't.
Hang on. I got you. One sec.
I'm missing it.
I just put some words in chat. If you can see where I just typed.
Okay. You have the journal page pulled up. Hang on.
I have the wrong page pulled up.
There you go. That one.
Which one?
See it right there on the right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, that's your damage.
Okay. Longsword 14.
Yeah. So you hit the damage roll already. So yeah. As I unplug my headphones. So you deal 13 points of slashing damage. Rather, no, it would actually be your 11 points of slashing damage if you're using it one-handed. So, all right. So that is your turn. As you slice into that skeleton. Unless you have anything else you want to do. You want to move anywhere? You still have a little bit of movement.
Did I take out this guy?
No, he's still alive, just barely.
Okay. No, I'll stay where I'm at then.
All right. Ismark is going to move around Esmeralda just barely because there's actually some room here. And he will fire his crossbow over Connie at the one across from her. 17 hits for 8 points of piercing damage. And that will end Ismark's turn. Valis, you're up.
There's some still there for you.
Yeah, I'm just debating whether it's worth using a channel divinity when these things are so ridiculously outmatched.
If it helps, Connie did mention a different fight that is also going to happen, probably, with
Right,
fiends.
no, absolutely.
Okay.
Except does your channel divinity help you at all with fiends?
No. That said, fuck it. I will mace this one in front of me. As tempting as it is to 23 for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it's gone.
And then... Yes, I know this is tactically not smart, but he's moving to give other people room to attack. He is going there.
All right.
Actually, no, he will take an opportunity attack and go...
If you go there, that's just...
let's go... Let's go there.
All right. So that'll be one opportunity attack from the skeleton. Yep. That's an 18.
That is a hit.
All right, which will deal 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
All right.
I've been worse.
You have been. You've been much
You've
worse.
been unconscious.
Yep.
All right, back to the top. Esmeralda is going to take a couple of steps over here. Step right into the space of the dead guy. And is going to just go at it with her magic rapier on this one on the left that first needs to die. For 11 points of piercing damage, which ends that one. And the one on the right. For 13 points of piercing damage, which is exactly its hit points. And then one with her hand axe on this guy. The natural one misses on the last skeleton. Which brings it to the last skeleton. It's going to attack Janelle, who punched it in the head. That's 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll be 4 points of piercing damage. Brings it to your turn, Janelle, as you've just been stabbed.
Just stabbed. Just forward punch to take its head off.
Go for it. You can hit it.
Go!
Aha!
Swing and a miss.
You aimed to punch its head off.
That was actually a feint for the front snap kick to its pelvis.
Which hits. And you shatter it from the groin with a snap kick.
Okay. You said there's something to the west?
Yes.
Bonnie pointed.
Yeah.
Up the stair or down the stairs.
It seems like it was on the other side of the wall. Yeah, of the western wall.
Look around to the western wall. There, see any other openings?
Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the footprints that are on the floor basically give away the secret door on the western wall. Like, you can see where the footprints go to it.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll move over there. Are we still in initiative or no?
For now.
Okay, then I suppose that's my turn.
All right, Connie. Skeletons are no longer part of the initiative, so I can just delete all of them.
So I'll head up to where Jonelle is, and looks like there's a secret door there. Let's apply quarterstaff.
All right, yeah, it pushes open on the central axis, so if you push on the side, it just spins.
That works. Opening the secret door also works.
So as you open the door, and I get to delete another wall, this one actually did separate.
Oh, will you look at that? I still have my action, and that looks like a cultist.
Yeah. So, flickering candles in iron holders fill this room with light and shadows. This room has a 10-foot-high ceiling and a large black pentagram inscribed on the stone floor. At each point of the pentagram rests a wooden chair. Seated in 4 of the 5 chairs are men and women in black robes with hoods. A young man who has the face of an angel, a balding hulk of a man, a squat, middle-aged woman, and a taller, younger woman with an unsettling glare. They rise to confront you as you open the door.
I'm gonna feel bad about smashing the one with the angelic face, but not yet, because there's someone at the door. I have a quarterstaff.
Yes, you do.
12?
12 actually hits.
That would be 7 bludgeoning.
As you crack the staff across this person's face, they
22.
And this is the angelic-faced one. Go ahead and roll another damage. And
oh, well, now I feel bad for...
With that, this presumably ASMR, you smash across the side of the face with the quarterstaff again. Are you aiming to kill or just knock unconscious?
Is angelic-faced unconscious?
Okay, so this person is knocked out. I will not cross them out. They're just unconscious.
Out of the fight.
Yeah. Zanine, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to move down here by Jonelle. 5, 10, 15. And since I have my... what do I have with me? My longsword?
Yeah.
I will use... I don't think I can reach past him with my longsword.
No.
So I will...
And the guy in the doorway is not awake anymore.
He's knocked out.
Yep.
Okay, well, I will sit here and wait for Jonelle to move then. So, that's it.
All right. Ismark is going to move basically around and over here, which will be his turn. Valis, what you got?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, hello, people.
Hello, Valis.
40 feet. Oh, that's good. That's within spellcasting range. And so the guy in front is unconscious. That's the ASMR.
Yep.
What's this one here look like?
That one would be the young woman with an unsettling glare.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sear the glare off of her face with, let's go with a level 2 guiding bolt.
All right.
Um,
You hit,
26
roll damage.
for 22 damage, radiant damage.
You're not trying to not kill. So this person is incinerated in radiant light.
They are demon cultists. I see an evil symbol on the ground, or at least parts of it. Yeah, no mercy.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it. Just the
All right.
murder.
Esmeralda is going to take 25 feet over here. Oh, well, this is certainly a little bit more straightforward, she says, as she's going to... what's she going to do? She's going to hold her action to magic missile when she feels the need to. Jonelle. You might be muted, Jeff.
And I was muted. I'm going to step over this guy. And which one is which? There is a old lady, and then there's a big burly man.
The big burly man is the one on the south end.
On the south end? Okay. Then I'm going to... Actually, so it's 5, 10, 15. We're going to step around to this side. And we are going to try to pummel him into the ground.
All right, roll me an attack. You hit, roll damage. Smack! You cross across his face. Second time hits. Other cross across his face is down. Are you aiming to kill?
Yes. There's actually one person who's unconscious, so I have no qualms in killing this man.
We are the worst people.
Again, demon cultists. I'm okay with this.
Do you have anything else in your turn, or is that
We
it?
don't actually have any evidence they're not hostages.
I mean, they're probably not, let's be honest. But
There's very little
actually,
chance of it.
I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to attack this one with my bonus action, and I'm going to spend a key point to do stunning strike.
Okay.
So hit for 8 points of damage, and it's a DC 14 con save.
All right. Let me see if this person is even physically capable.
I mean, there's always natural 20s.
They did roll a 19 on the die with their +0 modifier, so they are not stunned.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Connie, sorry, accidentally. Yeah, rotate.
Let's see, I can... This is the one that's still up?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go up to the one that's still up. And smash, smash, smash.
Okay, roll an attack. You hit, roll damage.
I would be really concerned if that hadn't hit. 8.
Are you aiming to kill?
What does this one look like?
This is the squat middle-aged woman.
Oh, she's not pretty. Of course I'm gonna kill her.
All right. One more person is dead.
Worst people.
Look, it's
We took
not
one
an
alive.
unreasonable interpretation of Soon's doctrine as it concerns cultists.
We took one alive.
Now we are out of initiative. Connie, you're still concentrating on
I
detecting
haven't
evil,
gotten
right?
hit, so yeah.
There is a fiend in the chair. The one on it, the one empty chair.
I still technically haven't attacked this turn, so I'm gonna smack that space.
All right.
Going for
Because the target is invisible, it will be with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
I assumed. Connie just looks crazy.
As
Smacks
Connie
the chair.
Smacks the chair.
Fiend! Fiend! Ah, no, that's not her voice. And she doesn't have her book out, so she's not actually allowed to say anything about it. She's just smacking a chair.
So what are the rest of you doing?
I am walking into the room.
You walk into the room.
Yep.
You see the empty chair that Connie is attacking.
Let's see. Let's see what I can do to potentially invisible things.
Janelle's gonna come over here and start tying this guy up.
Dispel magic does not say creature, object, or magical effect within range you can see. Just within range. So I am casting Dispel magic.
All right.
A level 3 spell or below is.
This is the weird thing about Dispel Magic, because, like, this is obviously a magical effect, but it doesn't have a spell level, so I'm just going to treat it as if it were the spell Invisibility.
Okay.
So, which is, I believe, a 2nd level spell.
Correct.
Yes.
So, yeah, the imp just becomes visible as he is trying to dodge the quarterstaff.
Murder.
Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, actually, yes. Oh, wait, no, I just cast the spell. I don't think I can.
Or, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you have
I
anything
really
with a
hope
bonus
it
action
tries
as
to
the
run
spell.
away, though. No, I'm good.
All right. Which then, Jonelle, Zanine, either of you have anything?
I can only move right now.
Well, we're not technically in initiative right now, so the imp is currently scampering, trying to evade people's attacks as it attempts to make its way.
As a reminder, this guy is not actually in your way. He's
He's
Just
unconscious.
dead.
Slump on the floor, yeah.
Yeah. Janelle would be in the process of tying that guy up
Yeah. Okay.
when
and
the whole imp stuff happens.
Yeah. It's going to try and get away. So
Oh, good. Just let me know when it
Opportune.
gets out of, when it gets within opportunity attack.
Well, first off, it provokes one from Connie as it tries to run away.
Oh, come on.
You don't have disadvantage, so the 19 hits
19.
because it's visible.
5 damage.
You smack the imp on the shoulder as it tries to run away. It tries to run past the cultist and Zanine, which will provoke one from you, Valis.
Okay. Banishment.
That's
I'm a
a charisma save,
warcaster.
right?
Yeah.
That's a charisma save, right?
Believe so. Yep, charisma saving throw.
Banishment.
What's your DC?
15.
And it pops out of existence.
Banishment's good stuff.
And let's just wait a minute so it stays wherever it got banished to forever.
Yep. After a minute, it just goes away. Although roll me a religion check.
investigating this space, trying to see what they were aiming for.
Okay, sure.
A
As far as you know,
6.
it's gone.
Yep.
As far as you know, it's gone. So as you
I'm
look
gonna
around
get
the area,
killed in my sleep by some imp that comes back looking for revenge.
I mean, it's an imp, so as far as you know, it could be a familiar.
Could be.
So as you investigate the room, you see there's a handful of like scripts and manifestos that are written, that are tossed around about, seeking dark power and the price that one must pay for power and the glory that can be achieved through it. There's a handful of coins that is just kind of littered around the ground, and these individuals and the circle, which appears to mostly be non-magical in nature, but.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to collect all of the documents of the heathen idiocy, pile them up. I've got a tinderbox.
You gonna burn all of this?
If no one stops her, she seems to think that's a good idea.
Then I'm going to stop Connie from burning your evidence.
Yeah, I was about to say, we need that to show that they were actually practicing this demonology.
Mm.
Save some of it.
Fine, she'll stop.
All right, so you refrain from burning all of the evidence of actual occult activity.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds like she has a wisdom that's the 6.
Do you sense anything else around here?
You don't sense any more evil or good creatures.
The magical evil has dissipated from this place. But evil hides in human form at times. And it flips to an entirely different part of the book. Where did the mother go?
Well, we have our evidence to prove that she was part of this occult, and we have this guy.
As Janelle holds up the unconscious ASMR.
Can I slap him awake?
So, Valis in particular is looking at this individual with something that he's never really a happy guy or like particularly approving of people in general. This is the fiery hate of 1,000 suns.
Okay.
He's not trying to murder him though.
Yet.
Not at the moment.
Look, we can murder him later, but we need to get his story first because he's pretty.
So you
Don't
slap
know if
you
this guy's pretty yet.
you slap the cultist awake.
And I'll sort of introduce myself, same way I did at the front door. I am Connie, a devotee in Vic. A word of soon. Do you... It seems we must talk about ugly things and fiendish alliances.
Would you like to roll an intimidation check?
Yes. Do I get advantage for the murdery person behind me?
Yes. In this particular case, because you're trying to intimidate, you do.
Who is slowly flexing his fingers and unflexing them around the haft of his mace.
I finally rolled decent dice. 18.
Yeah. So, because the book literally gives no actual character development to these characters, basically what you get from them, it literally tells me to use the Barovian name sidebar to generate their names if it becomes relevant.
So his name is Barovian name sidebar?
His name is, we'll say, Walter Konstantinovich.
Gesundheit.
And that's why I picked that one. I liked it. And he is, to quote the book, an evil Valachian of no great importance who is tired of living in fear and poverty.
Do we get anything further about the specific nature of the demonic cult, or
yeah? And so
over
the course of conversation with this individual, you get the idea that Lady Wachter has sort of gathered together this book club, in air quotes, of individuals who would like to gain an amount of power, and so they sort of read passages from her manifesto as they wait to meet with her on certain days, and conjure up a few coins for some extra wealth from this magic ritual circle, and sort of work with Lady Wachter for her promises of power, wealth, and long life.
So Connie is going to, after this conversation, I don't have the brain power to think of how this would be phrased in a religious text, but essentially offer him a deal. He can swear off of wealth and worldly possessions and live a life of beauty and poverty in the service of the gods, the good ones. Or we can kill him here and now.
Roll me a persuasion check. This one is not with advantage.
Yeah.
Well then.
Emphasizing that
I'm so gonna piss
you
Connie
can
off.
get better things from a fulfilling life. And you can be freed from your fears with a fulfilling life more than a life with some extra coin in it. But because you've proven you can't be trusted with material possessions, you aren't allowed them anymore.
I mean, he seems to be coming around to it, but Valis, what are you up to?
Oh no, we're waiting until he can get it. Valis is not murdering him yet.
Okay.
You will publicly, openly discuss what you have done and the mistress of this house's involvement in it.
I mean, he seems to think it's a better proposition than dying.
We can bring him to the priest and he can confess. We could take the documents.
Yep.
All right. So the group of you drag the cultist out. The other staircase you find leads out of the cellar on the outside of the house. If you want to head out that way.
Sure.
Yep. Connie will stick her head in where the terrified servants are and go.
They're not there anymore.
Oh.
You thought they were going to stay in this house after you guys went down to the cellar?
Legit.
I mean, Valis is terrifying, and when someone who has the ability to kill you says, "Stay where you are,"
and then goes away and doesn't keep an eye on you.
You run. You run like
Sometimes.
you've never run before.
So taking the documentation and stuff with us too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you head to the church.
Yep.
All right, so the group of you make your way to the grounds of the church. You knock on the door, and the father, as soon as I find his name again, because it's been a couple of weeks. Father Lucian Petrovich opens the door as you drag this person dressed in cult robes to the front door. Yes, how can... it's you again. I see you brought company.
This young man has things that he would like to tell you.
Shoves forward, and Ollie says, ignoring the priest for the moment, looking at the ASMR, speak.
And the ASMR basically proceeds to confess everything that he has done to the father over the course of the next several minutes. And Father Lucian, I see. This is grave news indeed. To have such a cult within your wall.
Hand over the documentation and stuff too.
Father, does your town have any laws or prescribed situations dealing with demonic servitude or such things?
Well, typically, with most such situations, individuals would be apprehended by the guard, but I understand that's not currently viable.
Correct.
The guard
Is
was
there a-
demonic infestation.
Is there a standard punishment that is dealt, or is it up to whoever's in, the
Typically, such a decision would be up to the current Burgermeister, he says, looking at the group of you.
There is not one now.
As I had assumed.
I smash his head in.
Connie will help this conversation along a little bit by sort of nudging the ASMR. What? Tell the priest what you are prepared to do to repent for your actions.
Oh, no, the ASMR was the one that he smacked his head in.
Oh.
At which
I
point,
thought you were saying those words
no.
about the Burgermeister.
No, but I really like the idea of it. Tell me what you're going to do to repent your actions. Splurt!
You know, can I say she still got that sentence out before Valis managed to finish smashing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You begin to say that, and then Valis's mace, you get the sentence out, and then Valis's mace crashes down onto this poor cultist's head, and he is no more.
I claim right to do so by being of my race. It's as much of a claim as anything.
Now there's just the matter of dealing with the Lady Voctor herself.
Well, with this news, it shouldn't be difficult to rally the town against her, the father says. As he kind of gently pushes the body and the blood stain off of his floor.
I'll
out
pick up
to
the body and go find in appropriate, I assume that they have, even if this is not the appropriate time to bury a body, somewhere they keep corpses because this is the church and cemetery.
You could just find Milivaj.
Right.
You know, the
yes.
groundskeeper, the guy
I'll
who
go
buried
find
people.
the groundskeeper.
Yeah, so
But
you
it
find
doesn't
Milivaj.
take an insight roll to see that Connie is about 2 seconds from raging.
You find Milivaj and hand Milivaj a dead ASMR.
Yep.
And he goes about. He doesn't even question it because it's like, I've seen this happen too many times. He goes about burying the body.
Look, I live in a gothic horror setting, and I'm a groundskeeper at a church. I'm not asking any questions.
Right?
Like the only question he asked was, what was his name for the headstone?
And Connie will repeat the name that Willebach from
Completely butchering the last name.
Waltar
No,
Konstantinovich.
She probably gets it right. Willebach von Konstantinovich. I'm not going to try and say
That
it.
name.
Waltar, it's like Walter with an A. Konstantinovich, like Constantinople.
I'm not going to try and say it.
Yeah.
Legit.
Fair enough.
The impossible name to pronounce is his name.
And so he goes about burying the body and setting up a headstone.
Yep.
So, meanwhile, the father, with this evidence and that testimony, although the man who gave it is now no longer with us, it should be relatively easy to rally the population of the town against Lady Wachter. I wouldn't worry about her current position remaining viable.
You are respected within this town, assumedly.
By most.
So, if you say this person said this, they will believe.
Generally.
Good.
We
Considering
really set up this guy to look like he's made quite a significant power play within the town.
considering what we've just done, I think distancing ourselves from the father would probably be best.
Because we are the worst people in the world. Sorry, I am the worst person.
I wanted to rescue those people from the stocks at night when no one was looking.
I mean, there is at least one person who is guaranteed to be worse than you. He currently lives in a castle on a hill.
You're not wrong. I am better than the absolute worst person in the demi-plane of dread.
We mentioned before that Valis and Connie probably have very, not angry, just disappointed gods.
See, I don't think Kellenborn would be that disappointed.
No,
I think
Kellenbor's
it's
like
a little indifferent.
like Kellenvor is the god of the dead who is the nicest among the gods of the dead, but he's still like, I mean, yeah, that worked. Good.
Yeah, fair.
All
Like
right.
it's better than Jergal, but you know, that's a low ball.
What? So I looked at the others. What now?
Esmeralda.
We aren't going to be looked on favorably in this town for a while.
Esmeralda just kind of, well, if you've got better places to go, we have some destinations, do we not?
We have a sword to find.
Yes, I understand. Is that, from what you've told me, the remaining artifacts you wish to find are within Castle Ravenloft.
As far as I know, by stuff that was prophesized, all of the things we're still looking for are in the castle.
All right. It sounds as if we have a plan.
Gather anything you need now, and then we're... Like I said, I think with the distancing ourselves from the father would help his cause a little bit better.
So, do we wish to find anything else in Barovia to explore, or do we go straight for Castle Ravenloft?
So,
The player in me says we go to other places to level up. The cleric who fights evil in me says, where is this castle?
There was that outpost overlooking the vineyard that we were...
That is true.
Argenvostold, yes.
out of character, wasn't there one... Didn't we run across, like, a downed caravan with some toy soldiers in it, and we wanted to investigate a toy maker?
Blinksy. Gadolf Blinksy.
Yeah. Do we still want to look into that?
I don't know.
Probably. Yes, that
Well,
would not be a
It's just
terrible
that this
idea.
person's name has been coming up in relation to a few different things.
Well, that's right. His name was also on some of the dolls, wasn't it?
Yes.
Is no
The-
fun, is
The
no
creepy
Blinksy.
dolls.
Yes.
He made the Valis will remember.
The
Jeremy
dolls of
does
Arena.
not.
The
Arena.
creepy arena
Arena
dolls.
was the name. I was trying to think of the name. He made the creepy ass arena dolls.
Where would we start looking for someone like that? I mean,
Father.
Look at the local 3 people who are there.
The toy maker, well, there's a toy maker in town. Gadolf Blinksy runs Blinksy's Toys, although he's had some poor business of late.
That sounds like a place to start.
Oh, that's in town, though. Mm.
We have the right reputation right now for investigating a person making creepy dolls of our companion's sister.
That's true.
Like, even out of character, if you find someone making creepy dolls out of your friends that look exactly like your friend's sister, you don't want to have a nice, pleasant conversation with them.
No.
Though
Well-
I will actually look to what's his name?
Ismark.
Ismark. Do you want flip. Bonds of family are strong. Do you need to check in on your family?
Yes. Well, this morning before we left the inn, Irina was safe and sound among the Keepers of the Feather, so she should be fine. And I think, considering the amount of damage we've done today, I don't think anyone's going to be assaulting the tavern to try and take her.
And I assume if something happens, the Ravens will tell us.
That seems to be
Does
likely.
she know about her interesting pursuers?
I have not told her, no, and I feel like it would be better if she didn't have to learn about this one right after we just killed a large portion of the garrison of the town, including the guard captain and the burgomeister.
Okay.
So let's
So
have
Connie has clearly been on the very edge, raging this whole time.
To be fair, I haven't had the time to tell her because we simply just
Yeah.
found out about those toys when we invaded the Burgermeister's house.
I have a thought.
Very well. Head towards the toy maker's place.
I have a thought.
Yes.
I realize that there is somewhat of a potential concern about how people in the town may think of us. I'm not so concerned with such a thing, but considering what has happened, considering what we have found in every place aside from the church that we have entered in this town, we may find ourselves in conflict. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm tired.
My faith keeps me going past such things.
There's a stare.
it's just
So
just
does
true, but
She'll
mine.
meet it right back.
So does mine. However,
is
I have expended much of the power granted me. I'm almost out of spells.
What could a creepy toy maker have to threaten you?
what could possibly go wrong?
See, so many comic book characters.
He's gonna have a lot of
So yeah,
creepy
staring directly back, probably not bothering to get out the book, so she says this properly. Then perhaps if your faith is expended so easily, then perhaps it's quite weak.
Oh, the burn from the barbarian to the cleric.
I don't give a fuck. I'm pissed at you.
Right. Or perhaps I am willing to dedicate my faith into our conflicts and not hold back.
Shots fired!
How
Shots
much are you
fired!
actually trying to taunt her at the moment?
It's not taunt. This is somebody who's being defensive because somebody just implied that they are holier than him.
Yeah.
This is literally holier than thou contest.
Yeah, this actually is. Perhaps my faith is beyond mindless destruction excused by flimsy pretense to actual beauty.
If you can find beauty in a creature of angelic descent, worshipping something from the other side of that equation, I would suggest that you are blind. And he turns and he walks towards the inn.
Let's see.
My God, that woman has a family.
She's not right now headed off towards the toy maker alone. She is not happy about this situation.
So I take it you want to get another rest in?
I do. If people stop him and don't want to and go deal with it,
What
that's
are
something that can be
Samine and
expected.
Janelle doing?
His
Well, Valis
intent-
and Connie
Yeah.
measure.
He's kind of just letting them argue, but
Yeah,
as
Zanin
he
is
starts
watching to see who wins.
as he starts walking towards the tavern, we're probably not all that popular in this town. Are we going to stay the night for the rest of the day and the night here?
That
We've
does
got
sound
a lot
seem
of-
to be the opinion of a one with divine powers.
We've stepped on a lot of toes today.
All the toes that we have stepped on no longer have feet to kick us.
That is true.
As far as the Burgermeister goes, yes, but do we know how much influence Lady Voctor has? We've dealt with most of the garrison, but
Still, if Lady Wagner does decide to come for us, she's going to come for us regardless.
Okay, then we need to set up a watch while we rest.
I would prefer to be at a full state of rest before.
I agree. So while we rest, we set up a watch.
Yep.
Who goes first?
Yeah.
I will. Well, I'm not so weak that I need to sleep.
Okay, Connie. You go first.
I will go
And
second.
just like start getting it. Connie is just every possible opportunity
I will do
You go,
trying
I'm
to
better than
bait
you are.
Valis with, well, if you were really dedicated, you would be going to the toy makers now.
Zanine is going to go into the inn and get a room to rest.
Yeah.
Hopefully, someone will come with her so she's not alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always, we have
Well,
rooms already.
Yeah, we
I just
have a
want to see.
room.
I just want to see how this goes. So Connie, make me an intimidation check, and Valis, make me a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw?
You know, that thing you're good at.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're mostly just letting the bait just bounce off of your shoulders. So
Internal thought, he does not
Yeah.
internal thought, he does not express this. I want to make
Mhm.
that clear. The need to prove yourself, or the need to act to prove yourself, indicates a lack of true confidence in your faith.
No,
That is his
that would be
mind-
the nail on the head.
That is his mindset.
He's not wrong.
All right. So you all get a long rest in at
Yep.
the inn.
And he has a lot of cleric envy.
Legit. Yay, rest.
As soon
Alright.
as we're rested, we're heading to the toy makers.
Yep.
Even if I have to pick up and drag someone.
So
Oh
you
my
make your
God, I
way.
have hit
Yep.
points again.
You got really beat up yesterday.
I mean, I had 13 left out of 59.
But both of those fights started with people surrounding you.
Yeah. I mean, and I spent, on our short rest, I spent enough hit dice that I don't get them all back with my long rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
All right. So you head to Blinksy's Toys.
Yep.
Knock, knock, knock.
As soon as the store, it'll be-
come in. You hear as someone calls from
And
inside.
I will, eyes flickering with slight holy energy, catch good and evil, walking into the store.
You do not sense any evil in the store. The cramped shop has a dark entrance portico, above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse, with a B engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass, you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinksy."
You're Blinksy.
Yep. And as you enter, you see sitting at the counter is a human, relatively rotund looking, wearing this sort of checkered green and violet outfit with sort of a jester hat with bells on the end of it. Like the well kept goatee, and on his shoulder is a monkey who is just kind of looking at all of you inquisitively as I'm going to show you the handout.
Valis.
We have come.
Valis looks at them and says, without a trace of humor in his voice, "Which of you is Blinksy?"
The monkey.
That would be me. The human says, "This is my companion Piccolo."
We have come about some previous commissions you may have received to ask about the circumstances of your previous works.
Commissions.
She's
you
clearly
say?
reading this part out of a book.
Well, I'm curious of which you speak, because the only man who has commissioned me anything lately has been Isaac Strahd.
That would be the one. And
It's a fair bet.
the pursuit of beauty is occasionally corrupted by the fetishizing of those who do not consent to such.
Well, I have no idea. Well, I say commission. Commission is a bit strong. He did, rather than pay me, threaten to burn my store down if I did not deliver a new doll every month. He gave me a description, a series of features that he remembered from dreams or something, and tasked me with making dolls to get as close as possible to this vision of a person. And I have done my best. Apparently I have been improving, he says, but my latest one is not complete yet. I have barely fashioned the woodwork.
Did you get paid in advance?
No, he threatened to burn my building down if I did not deliver these dolls. There was no gold exchanged.
I have good news. Your building is not going to be burned down, and you don't have to finish the doll.
I did hear about a scuffle in the town square.
It was less of scuffle and more an extinguishing of evil creature life.
Well, I won't say that I am not moderately relieved.
So you just worked off of a description that he gave you.
Yes, he continuously... He gave it to me and told me to keep improving, and I had been getting closer and closer with each creation. I have no idea.
Inside.
Yeah!
Sure.
Six.
21.
There's 24. I don't have
He
the
is
percentage.
honest and confused.
Okay.
Connie will pull out the doll she found in the wreckage. Do you recognize this one from the down cart? There were some toy soldiers we found in a downed cart that were made by him.
Yes. And he sort of pulls them, and he looks at them for a minute and seems to reminisce on some of his previous creations, and you gather sort of the slogan for his entrance, for like the entrance slogan for people who come into his store. He kind of, welcome friends to the House of Blinksy, he says as he sort of turns over the toy, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for a girl or boy, he says as he turns the doll around. I made this one some time ago. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Right.
Do you remember who you sold it to?
I do not. It was a small family that was seeking to leave town. They wanted something for their child for the journey on the road.
Guessing they did not make the road.
Well, at least as they said, you can stop making those dolls.
Well, I appreciate the alleviation of my duties, but now I have no real source of business. If you would like, you could buy any of these toys, he says, indicating the various different toys on his shelves.
I am not much of a toy person.
And as you look around on the shelves, you see he has a very distinctive style for a lot of his creations, that being sort of creepy toys, which you sort of imagine might be part of why his business isn't doing so great. Because the things on display, you see a headless doll that comes with a sack of attachable heads, including one with its eyes and mouth stitched shut, price 9 copper pieces. A miniature gallows, complete with a trapdoor and a weighted hanged man, price 9 copper pieces. A set of wooden nesting dolls. The smaller each one gets, the older it gets, until the innermost doll is a mummified corpse. Price 9 copper pieces.
Wow.
A wooden string mobile of hanging bats with flapping wings. Price 9 copper pieces. A wind-up musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of prancing horses. Price 9 silver pieces. A ventriloquist dummy that looks like Strahd von Zarovich. Price 9 silver pieces. And then, of course, the doll that looks like Irina Kolyanovich. Not for sale.
Yeah.
How big is the
So
gallows?
how well crafted?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
How big is the gallows?
It's like so it's like it's I'm trying to think of like appropriate like real world toy size. It's like it's a little thing that you could carry in both hands, like about this wide, and you can just kind of like set it on a table
Like
and set
the
up
sort of doll houses that come with Polly Pockets?
kind of, yeah.
I don't know that reference, but like the kind of thing that, not that such a thing exists that I am aware of, but the kind of thing that you would decapitate G.I. Joe dolls with.
Kind of. It's like
Action figures.
it's
Those
like
do exist. They're called scissors.
It's like a gallows that's about the size of a Newton's cradle.
I will take the
Does
that.
the Strahd doll seem like it's the appropriate size to fit in the gallows?
No, not quite.
Oh.
Like I said, the gallows is about the size of a Newton's cradle. The ventriloquist dummy is a ventriloquist dummy, so like a couple feet tall.
Okay.
If I was playing a snarky character, I'd so buy that ventriloquist dummy and carry it with me everywhere.
So how good is his craftsmanship?
It's masterful craftsmanship.
Okay.
It's really well made. It's just that most of the creation subject matter is creepy.
Okay. So Connie will sort of incline her head. You have great artistic skill. Perhaps in the future, or be certain your subjects are interested in sitting in for your skims past the word portraits, clearly looking for a different word. Sculpture. There's win in replicating their likeness.
I suppose. And so you buy the gallows?
Yes.
That's nine copper.
Okay.
I appreciate your business, he says as he takes the copper from you.
Yes. And I look at everybody else.
Are we done? I think that's all we need here.
Yep.
Indeed.
Step outside of the store before discussing any other plans, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I need anything in this store.
Well, unless we have significant issues with the half-bird people that were clearly being chained up and tortured, but also were insistently fine with it. I think what we've got left is the castle.
there was that
Or
outpost that was over.
Argenvost. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was called, the outpost that was overlooking the vineyard, or on the way to the vineyard.
What was there?
There was a large keep on a hill that you saw from the road as you were heading to the vineyard.
Looking to our local guides. What's there?
At the that would be the fortress of Argenvostholt. It was at one point the site of a order of knights, the Order of the Silver Dragon. I do not know what has become of the place now, but the order has been wiped out by Strahd.
And the keep just sits empty now. No one's bothered to move in.
As far as I know, I do not know what has become of the place.
So we should go check out the keep.
That is not a terrible idea. Strahd obviously has power. He's trying to figure out a more emasculating way to say that about him. But power will have to work. And anything we can find to use against him.
If he thought they were a threat enough to have them wiped out, it's worth looking into.
Yep.
And out of character, it's a side quest. We can get XP.
I try not to meta knowledge, but yeah, it seems like a bad idea to start the final arc now.
I mean, even in character, it's
even
like
in character,
we're not capable of taking Strahd right now. Even Valis thinks that.
but also this is an order that he did take the time to wipe out instead of just.
Yep. Okay.
So shouldn't the place be empty?
It could be, or depending on what Strahd did to them, and considering what the rest of this land is like, there could be people who have not been put to rest yet. I wouldn't put it past Strahd to have corrupted the order in whatever perverted ways that he has in mind.
Right.
Yep. So should we go and potentially free people or kill people?
Yes.
Since that's not the final quest, that's just a side quest.
No, this is, well,
Well, theoretically, also, if we wish to explore during the day through Castle Ravenloft and try and find these treasures that you have been tasked to seek, we could then flee the castle and retreat and explore more once we know more. But this decision is up to you.
so it's the keep or the castle.
Let's go to the keep first. Connie won't say it this way, but I don't have the brain power to think about how she could frame it.
That's fair.
Once we're in the castle, there might be some compulsion on Valis's part to remain in the castle.
Yes. So let's go.
We're already here. Let's go kill us a vampire.
No, we can wait for that. Let's go to
Yeah.
the keep.
Exactly.
All right. So I'm going to need 2 people to roll me a d20
Got it.
On it.
Okay.
as you make your journey to Argynvostold.
18.
All right.
9.
So, about halfway on the road, I'm going to need to... I will also need someone to roll me a... D12 and a D8.
I'll roll in D12.
Roll a d8.
Five.
And 1.
All right. Which leaves me with... All right. So as you're walking across the road, you notice what seems to be a small footpath that leads off the road that seems to cut towards your destination. You discover a foot trail that cuts through the wilderness.
Look at Ismark and Elizabeth and go, do you know anything about this?
I have never seen this trail before. Ismark? No, I don't think I've ever seen it quite myself either.
Just to play it, just because I've got 4 uses of it a freaking day. Eyes of the Grave.
You do not sense any undead.
Okay. Should we check it out? He's asking, he learns.
No.
Where are we looking at?
So possibly a footpath that leads down here. How much of in a hurry are we? I know getting caught out here at night is not the best of ideas.
Are we in the afternoon?
It's roughly about noon right now. Because you had left early. You had gotten a rest and then gone in the morning to go talk to Blinksy, so...
Mm-hmm.
Where on the map is Blinksy?
That was in town. You're out of town now.
Okay.
So, does the path look heavily used, or just there's
I mean,
barely a
it
footpath?
looks like a beaten path, but it's not one that you've seen before.
If this is some trap to blight travelers, then and it is called upon us to clear the darkness so the beautiful can progress on their journeys unimpeded.
So you're saying if it's a trap, let's walk into it knowingly, so others don't.
She gives a sharp nod.
Sounds like a
Yep.
plan.
I have no objection.
Me either.
Valis?
No objection.
All right. So you're going to go after the trail.
The footpath, yeah.
All right. Who's in the lead?
Mm,
So Connie.
yep.
All right. As you walk, you just following the trail, or
I'm keeping a lookout, yeah. But I'm following the trail.
I'm going to
go
attempt.
ahead and roll me a perception check, Connie.
Cool. Eight.
So, as the group of you are walking, throughout this,
I'm
this
gonna
foot-
try. I'm gonna attempt to be sneaky adjacent to the trail.
All right. Go ahead and roll me stealth.
24.
All right. So as you're walking, Connie, you start to hit a point where the trail seems to stop being so clear cut, and you start to look around to try and find the next path. And as soon as you take one more step, and you find the ground giving way underneath you as you fall into a pit. And as you fall, you feel your body slam into a series of spikes at the bottom of the pit, which causes you to take 6 points of piercing damage from the spikes and 8 points of piercing damage from the 15-foot fall. And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con-based trap detection, folks. 24.
As you land, you feel that there is poison coating these spikes, but as you feel it enter your body through the lacerations, you force it out and manage to avoid taking all of the damage, although you will still take. Oops. You will take accidentally roll that publicly. You will take 13 points of poison damage.
Okay.
I just at this particular moment want to point out the how it should be lauded that Valis is not making a snide comment at the moment.
Alice has a lot more restraint than Connie does. I think that is something we've established a few times.
Because the first thing that came to my mind was, your faith missed that. But he doesn't say it.
Yeah, this like slight smirk come across Valis's
Ow,
face.
okay. Yep. Yep. I look up to see if Team Rocket is about to appear. And
There does not appear to be anyone there.
climbing out of the pit hole.
I will come over and reach down to help Connie out.
And you help Connie out of the pit.
All right. And I'm going to heal you with a fun little spell.
That he gets because he's a cleric.
Oh. You say fun little spell.
Well, I
and
actually need to check this. I actually need to check this to make sure. Equal to twice. No, that works. We will go. So I will take half damage from this.
Oh, I know what you're casting.
yeah.
So you get 14 hit points back, and I take 7.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
As you get my life essence.
I love that spell. It's so fantastic. Cool.
It's amusing when you have someone who's resistant to necrotic damage because like you don't take as much damage, but you also don't heal as much because of it.
Correct. But it was yeah. That.
Yeah.
I mean, really, a 3rd level cure wounds probably would have been better, but that's not the point.
It was fitting.
Yes.
All right, so you are pulled out of the you're pulled out of the spiked pit, and as Valis clasps his hand on you to help pull you out, you feel this surge of energy as you see sort of dark lines tracing off of his chest as he siphons some of his own life essence into you to heal your wounds as he pulls you out of the pit.
Oh.
Shall we move
What are we
on?
gonna do now?
Does the
Shall we
footpath
move on?
continue on?
The path ends here; it dead ends.
Of course it does. Because fuck Barovia. Go back to the Go back to where we were. Go back to where we got off our main direction and continue onward.
Yep, and so you continue on through the rest of the path, and you make it back. You lose about 20 minutes due to having to trace your route back to where you had been. But eventually you continue on your path, and you make your way to the Keep Argenvostolt, which I will. High above the river valley juts a quiet promontory upon which looms a sepulchral. Saying that is
Sepulcher.
sepulchral. It's sepulchral. It is an
Yes.
adjective form. A sepulchral mansion. Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones. Its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark, octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below, but the house stands silent, seeming like the fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside. As you approach.
As you approach, does it look like the collapsed part of the keep? That looked like that it was destroyed or just kind of rotted and fell.
It's difficult to tell because it's been so long. If it was destruction, it sort of has worn down to the point that it looks like it could have been natural. second. I have to put your tokens on the map, so speak amongst yourselves as you approach while I put your tokens here.
So, yeah. Connie is still pointedly angry. It's not even like angry anymore, just shooting daggers at Valis at every opportunity.
Fine. He is abjectly not paying attention.
Mhm.
Not even in a I'm not looking at you way. He's just considers that matter resolved.
It's like not acknowledging any of the signals being sent his way.
All right. And so with Valis, Zanine, Jonel, and Connie, alongside Ismark and Esmeralda.
And 30 zombies. What?
And 57 zombies. But no. Okay, you all arrive at the location of Argen Vostolt, as I need to bring the map all the way over. Hang on. You're going to go to the Wizard of Wines for just a second. I have to drag this thing. Walk to her house for just a second, because Argen Vostolt is at the other end of this goddamn scroll. Okay, there we go.
So we swing by, get a drink, and then
You all arrive on site. As you get a good look around, as you approach the main courtyard, you find yourself standing before a large statue of a dragon. Perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of granite is a moss-covered statue of a dragon, its wings tucked close to its body. The statue looks east toward the mansion.
Interesting.
and just seeing a big black square.
Hang on. Do you guys still not have vision on your tokens? Hang on. Out of sight. Why do your tokens not innately have sight? I need to fix this at some point.
I'm seeing everybody.
Also, as a reminder, your token's health is not synced to your health, so you're going to need to put that in manually. But I can see things.
I can see things now.
There you go. Now you should all have vision. It's just Connie's token that for some reason doesn't have her health synced. Oh well.
Yeah, basically you need to set it up to be synced, and then you need to...
And then I need to reset the default token.
Yeah.
I will do now while you guys are exploring. You have control over your characters, so you can see what's around.
So there's the big...
Dragon statue, and General's just going to stride up to the door.
It seems like it'd be easier to get in through the trash tower, but okay. Door sounds good.
Alright. So, Janelle, you head up to the door. Let me see. Main entrance.
Is it a gate or is
Flagstones.
it a door?
It's a door. Flagstone steps, flanked by stone railings, climb to a landing in front of a pair of tall wooden doors with rusted iron bands and knockers shaped like small dragons. Carved into the lintel above the entrance is the word Argen Vostolt.
try opening the door. Does it move?
So as you step up to the door, the dragon statue on its pedestal opens its mouth and exhales.
Uh-oh.
But
Of course
all
it.
that comes out is a 60-foot cone of harmless cold air, and then it closes its mouth.
Okay, so it seems that the defenses are still active, if not that potent.
And so the doors are unlocked and can be pushed open. So you open the doors. Pop. This room feels like a king's tomb. A grand staircase leads up to stone balconies held aloft by stone pillars and arches. A tall, faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing. 6 sets of double doors lead from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men. A 4th bust and its pedestal have been knocked over, and their shattered remains lie strewn across the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders. As you all enter the foyer and begin to take a look around, a great shadow with wings moves across the walls and disappears. You hear the soft, bestial hiss in the darkness.
I'm gonna try and figure out where that might have come from.
Only a perception check. There doesn't seem to be any
Unnatural.
visible light source anywhere. You don't see anything that could have cast that shadow. Or even where that shadow would have been cast from.
Look at Valis, see if he's gonna do the detection thing, or if I should.
I did not prepare it.
Okay.
Can you tell if this was something left behind or something that just hasn't been able to move on?
I
Detect's
will.
good.
Oh, sorry. No, that's fine. Do your thing.
Sorry, you said you didn't prepare it if you wanted to do something I wasn't gonna...
No, I didn't prepare that. I was going to. I had a thought of. Oh, I will do my detect undead thing, but that is only yours is better.
Okay.
Best save mine for the moment.
Yeah. Yours is a little more precise, too. Cool. So yeah, within 30 feet. We're in a stone castle, so I'm gonna need to go room to room probably, but anything I get right now?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, if there was something on the ceiling, I probably wouldn't be able to sense it from 30 feet. Huh? Well, let's head towards the destroyed part of the castle we saw before. There's a door right here.
Yep.
I'm gonna follow along behind Connie. Just,
Alright. So you open this door.
Yep.
Clink. The rest of you follow?
Yep.
Alright, so
Is
as you enter, Rubble is strewn throughout much of this vast chamber, caused by the partial collapse of the rooms above it. On the pink marble floor, fallen chandeliers lie amid broken chairs and other furnishings. Thick webs stretch from wall to wall, and moving among them are too many giant spiders to count. So says the flavor text, but in actuality, there are 9 of them.
Whoa.
I like the implication that they just assume that no adventurer puts enough in their intelligence stat to count to 9.
I mean, I would assume that it's webby
Yeah.
and they're big and quick.
No, I understand why the flavor text is actually there. I just like the alternate interpretation that it's like, none of you are probably smart enough to count 9 spiders.
I need to also make sure the giant spider is whispering its rolls. Because every monster is set to not whisper rolls for some reason. As we roll initiative.
Cool. I've not been rolling well today. 10.
That was insight. It's at the very top right next to your hit points, Mother.
Oh, sorry.
Make sure you're clicking on your token before you roll it.
Okay. That it?
You have to hit the word initiative.
Okay, I'm not seeing it.
Hang on, I got it for you. Zanine, roll initiative. 20. Everybody roll. Okay, we're good. Order settings, sending. Zanine, you have the first turn as these giant spiders have appeared.
Holy moly.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. Let me get my thing out of the way here. Come on. Okay. I guess I will go for this one that's closest to me right here. Means I have to move closer, correct?
Yep. That'd be 5 feet
Here.
to get there.
Okay. Then I need to hit. Which one am I hitting? Which one am I clicking to get a hit?
The long sword in your character sheet, not in the chat box.
Character sheet. Got it. Got it. Okay. Long sword. Clicking.
21 will definitely hit, so you can go ahead and roll damage. Using this one-handed because you got your shield out.
Which would be.
Just click the word longsword where it showed up in the chat. On the right.
Okay. Showing chat.
Bottom right of your screen. Make sure you're at the chat tab.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. You're scrolled over so far. It's always going to be. Oh, you accidentally closed the tab as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. It'll be up top.
Yeah. So this is the thing that pops in and out the chat tab. So that will be 7 damage. All right. And so that's your first attack. You have a second one, if you want.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll the longsword attack roll against
Alright.
the attack roll plus the one on the character.
The one on the character sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
There you go. 15 will also hit, so roll damage. Actually, we'll go ahead and use that 12 damage. So that'll be 19 total over those two attacks. All right. And that'll be your turn, which will bring it to Jonelle.
How strong are these spiders?
Well, they didn't go down with that much hits.
Okay, so Jordo basically does a series of moves that ends in basically a spin kick, and I'm going to do Searing Arc Strike, which is basically Burning Hands, which should hit the first two guys.
All right, you're going Burning Hands, which will be, that'll be enough to hit those two.
And so it's a DC 14 dex save.
Or take 13 fire damage. Well, let's see how Giant Spider's dex saves are. Not great, but not bad. The first one succeeds, the second one fails. Unfortunately, the first one has enough health that 7 damage will kill it. Dead exactly. The other one, however, just takes a full-on 13. I'm assuming you're going for the one directly south of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Doing anything with your movement or bonus action?
Nothing I can really do with that bonus action at this point, but I'm just going
you
to
dodge.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move forward here, and I will spend a key point to take the dodge.
All right. See patient defense, which brings it to the giant spiders. Giant spider, giant spider, giant spider, giant spider. As they just swarm over towards the group of you.
As giant spiders tend to do.
They can spider climb. This one's going to go on the wall. This one's going to go on the wall, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from Jonelle.
Yeah, which I am going to take. 15.
That hits. Roll damage. 8. That's not looking good for it, but it's still alive. This one will take up the spot of its deceased companion. Allows them to basically cramp in because of their spider climbing. Which means we have 3 attacks going at Jonelle with disadvantage. Well, actually, 2 of them have regular rolls because they're flanking you, but one of them has disadvantage. So that's a natural 1 on the disadvantaged one, which means it misses entirely. Second one is a 7. Third one is 11.
Both miss.
All right. Then we have 2 going at Valis.
Okay.
That is an 8 and 18. Hey.
18 does hit.
So, you take 9 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Feel the spider's poison take effect.
Ah. Oh, that's not good.
Nope.
That's a 7.
So you take an additional 9 points of poison damage.
Okay.
As you feel the poison take effect.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 of them that can attack Zanine.
Ouch.
What's your armor class, Zanine, at the very top? Next to your hit points.
I believe it's 18.
18. All right. That's a 12. And
Yeah.
a 15, which will both miss. So both of the spiders try and lash out at you with their fangs, but are unable to successfully bite down on you. Which brings it to Connie. It's your turn.
Cool. Rage smash. And rage move smash. Let's move to there. Why not? And I have a great sword to smash things with. 25.
That hits. Roll damage.
11.
11. All right. You smack down on this giant spider. It's still standing, but it hurt. So make your second attack.
And Divine
Oh,
Fury.
you had Divine Fury. Yes. Extra 7. All right. Yep. Still standing, but definitely not looking good at this point. 18 also hits. Roll damage.
14.
14 slashing damage. You cleave it down, and it splits into 2 pieces as it sprays ichor all over the area.
Nope.
All right, Valis, you're up.
All right. Now, did I just take poison damage, or am I poisoned?
You just took poison damage.
Okay.
Oh, and I wanted to move up that
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
extra square.
Go for it.
There's a spider on a wall.
Yes, there is.
That spider on that wall.
Are you gonna use your mace like a fly swatter?
I am not going to use my mace like a fly swatter, because my mace does specifically a d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. Inflict wounds
Okay.
does significantly more, especially when you cast it at second level.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
13.
Just barely misses their armor.
God damn it!
But
I
your
feel bad,
mace
'cause that's
isn't
usually
used
what
up
happens.
when you swing it.
I feel bad because that's usually what happens with your inflict wounds specifically.
Yep. Ah.
Zanine, you're
I
surrounded by
imagine,
spiders.
Like, it get a hand covered in black goes ah 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 ah. Like trying to reach the book on the top shelf. Ah. Sorry.
All right, Zanine, you're surrounded by spiders. What are you gonna do?
Damn. Which one's closest to me?
They're all roughly equivalent distance because they're all
Okay.
surrounding you.
Let's go this one on my bottom, the one below me.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
That would be attack. Where's my attack at?
Ah.
Word. Got it.
You seem to have lost 2 cameras.
Okay, that wasn't just me. I mean, we lost Jeff from the call entirely.
Yeah. So while I help Mother deal with the camera and also her attacks, I'll be right
We
back.
lost a camera. Oh, here. Okay, just back.
We lost your camera real quick.
We did.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me.
Oh, we lost my Skype.
Somehow Skype is still going despite your camera being despite being closed down. Hang on. There we go. We're back online with camera. Got Jeff back.
Yay! I didn't have to adjust anything.
All right. Both of those are roll damage twice. Sweet.
There's a
Okay.
moment where I was like, we lost 2 cameras, and Aaron's camera is here, but Aaron is not at their desk. So,
It's all on you, Valis.
All right. So that'll be 18 points of damage to the one to your south. which it is not looking good, but it is still not downed yet. Jonelle, what do you got?
Okay. Well, let's start with this one here.
All right, the one that's already injured.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, good. 14
hits exactly. 11 points of unarmed damage will knock it dead.
Knock it dead.
It is dead.
And then I'm going to turn and kick out at this one.
19 hits.
For
11 more damage.
And yeah, let's do this. Let's gonna do a key point to do a flurry of blows.
All right.
So third attack there.
25 hits.
7.
All right.
Still up.
Yep, still standing.
Okay. Natural
20. It's dead. With that third hit. Whack! You just like slam one that has been cut into by a Zanin and crush it to the ground, and then spin, bringing your elbow down and following it up with a high kick that just crushes the second one.
And then I'm going to move over this way, just a step. And that'll be it for me.
All right. Well, now that room's clearing out, the spiders can crowd in a little bit more and get towards all of your teammates. I forgot to roll for Smark and Esmeralda. That's all right. They probably won't be doing anything in this particular fight, and because I think it's going to be over soon. So giant spider. One of them is going to bite at. No, 3 of them are going to bite Jonelle because Jonelle just took out 2 of them at once. Actually, one of them is going to fire a web at Jonelle first.
Yay!
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
As the web wraps around you, you find yourself restrained by it.
Crap.
And then 2 of them are going to bite down on you with advantage because you're restrained. Unfortunately, that's only a 14 for the first one, and a 9 for the second one. So even restrained, they're not quite able to get at you through the web.
Rolling around and...
Other one is going to fire its web at Ismark. Actually, no, it fires web at Esmeralda. Which will hit her armor class with an 18. So Esmeralda is also restrained. And then the last one, Alice, you tried to reach at it with some kind of glowy magic hand. It's going to bite you.
That's fair.
With advantage, because its companion, it rolls a natural 20.
Do I want to use my reaction? Yeah, I'll use my reaction. It's not a natural 20.
Alright, so it just hits you normally.
Yep.
You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me another Constitution saving throw.
I did not succeed.
Nope, you take 10 points of poison damage.
So it was 5 and 10?
Yep, so 15 total.
Okay, I'm fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Why does this always happen to your characters? Even your heavily armored high con characters.
Because this is Jeremy rolling dice.
This is
No,
fine.
it's not. This is William
Everything
rolling
is
dice to kill
fine.
Jeremy.
I mean, he was the one who had to roll the con save.
Fine, fair enough.
That brings it to Connie.
Okay, we're smashing some giant spiders.
$23 hits. You're going for which one? The one that's on...
The one on the wall.
Alright, yeah, you split it in half with that great sword strike. It's dead.
Great. It's second attack.
10 unfortunately misses.
Yep.
You-
It's already dead.
Your sword is caught in the web that the first one left behind, and so you have to yank it free before you can get at the second one, which causes your second attack to miss. Esmeralda has to use her action to try and get out of the web, which is going to be a strength check on her part, which is not her best roll.
In
but
the
she can
interest
do
of fairness, I realized I forgot to roll that con check when I initially got hit. But I'm fine.
it. Yep. With an 8, she is not able to free herself from the webbing. Valis, it's your turn.
All right. Well, it didn't work the first time.
But this one's not on the wall.
Yeah, that's gonna make a huge difference.
Also, technically you're flanking with Janelle. Because I can only draw a line through the creature's space to...
Fair enough. Let's see how this goes. Actually, instead of inflict wounds, because ow, vampiric touch.
That works. With advantage. 20, that hits. Roll your damage. 8 damage. I believe you regain half that.
I believe so. Yes.
All right.
And yeah, now it is active. It is concentration, so I can just keep doing that.
Yep. Ismark is going to... He's going to try and cut Esmeralda free from her webs. So he's going to attack with his longsword. Only have an AC of 10, and with 11 slashing damage, will be able to cut free Esmeralda. Attack, Ismark, you do. And so he's going to swing at the spider and miss with an 8. Zanine!
Okay. I am going to go for the one. Well, I thought of no. Go for the one that's right below me.
Alright. Roll your attack.
Attack is going to be here.
The one on the character sheet.
Oh, sorry.
That was the damage.
Okay. That one.
Yep. That hits. So we'll take that 10 damage and then roll me another attack roll.
Attack.
One on the
Okay.
character sheet.
This one?
Yes.
Or this one?
Yep, that's the right one. And then go ahead and roll the damage again.
Which is this one?
The one that you clicked on before.
In the chat
that
box.
brought up the 10 and the 9.
This one.
Yes.
Yes. There.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's another 10. 20 points of damage.
So that one should be dead, correct?
Not quite.
Bummer.
Janelle.
I'm going to try to free myself. I guess there's not much else I can do.
You need to make a strength check.
Just straight strength.
Yep.
6. Nah.
Still wrapped up. That was your action.
And yeah, there's not much else I can do.
Yeah, alright.
Unless
Spiders.
I can use patient defense.
You can still attempt patient defense. It'll turn the automatic advantage into a regular roll.
Yeah, then I will try. I will do that.
Alright. The 3 spiders are still going to try and eat you now, though, with their regular attacks. 14, 20, one hits, and 22, both of them hit. So I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws as you take 10 points of piercing damage from both of the bites.
18, 19.
Alright, so you're going to take half the poison damage, which will be a grand total of 6 poison damage that you
6.
take.
Ouch, but still okay. More than half.
All right, Connie.
Okay. Short sword. Smashing into things while I rage.
You are flanking this one, so you have advantage, which you hit anyway. But see if you get a natural 20.
Nope.
Roll
And
damage.
advantage on. Oh, sorry. Damage and divine fury damage.
That one is super dead.
Cool. Moving up to the next one.
That one's just a regular attack because you're not flanking.
Fair enough.
13 just barely misses.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Esmeralda is free. And she's gonna cast a magic missile at that one that's injured. So she's going to roll first level, dealing 7 points of force damage, which will finish off that spider. Valis.
All right. There are 2 spiders left.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, let's do that. 19
19 hits.
for
6 necrotic damage. You regain 3 hit points.
Yep.
And you have not cast a spell this turn, so you can theoretically use a bonus action spell if you want.
I can. And I am going to cast... Let's do... You know what? This one up here could probably stand to be blasted. I hit the one that I'm on, but range spell. So let's chuck a level 2 guiding bolt at it.
Guiding bolt in action.
You're right. That is an action, not a bonus action.
Also, the ranged
The only
attack thing is
bonus
if you
action
make
I
a
have is- okay, I know what I'll. Duh.
ranged weapon. I mean,
Sorry, what was that about ranged action while you were at it?
the thing about ranged attacks is if you make a ranged attack while an enemy is in melee with you, not if it's against an enemy in melee.
I think that's bullshit. But okay. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that it says whether it says that or not. I'm saying that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then I forgot bonus action, so spiritual weapon's the only one I got.
Or
No, that's
healing
not
word
true.
if you have it prepped.
That's not. I do not have healing word prep. We go full on with cure wounds or nothing at all, or self damage and heal. Actually, and I stand corrected. That is not true. I am going to cast. Let's see. Who has taken just because I mean this is the only person I can see that Janelle's taking a little damage, but Connie's taking damage, and I think it'll be funny to cast a Kelimvor spell on her. Shield of Faith.
Just to rub it in.
Kelimvor is protecting you. Setsune has not done so. I don't say that. Valis thinks it.
Siren has not protected her one day in her life.
You gain a +2 bonus to your armor class from the defensive magics of Kelimvor.
Cool. They couldn't hit me anyways, but nice.
Ismark is going to try to hurt this guy. One-handed strike. 16 hits for 8 slashing. 24 hits for 5 slashing. 19 hits for 7 slashing. He did a good job. Has a grand total of 20 damage that he just did to this one spider who's up on this wall. Zanine.
Can I reach the one that's on the wall?
Yep.
Or do I
you need to take one step to the left to hit it, but you can.
One step to the left. Attack the one that's on the wall. Oh, there we go.
Other one. The one on your character sheet first.
Oh, okay. Where in the heck is that? There it is. Okay, got it.
12, unfortunately, will miss. You do have a second attack, though, so hit it again.
Okay, got it.
13 also, unfortunately, misses.
Dang.
As both of those sword swipes, unfortunately, swing just too short from the spider on the wall. Jonelle, you're still restrained.
Well, I'm going to try to break out again.
Roll strength check.
19.
The DC was 12. You bust your way out of the webs. Is that your turn? You gonna take patient defense or just gonna...
Nope, that's going to be my turn.
All right, giant spider. Do either of you regain your web attack? One of you does. They're gonna try and web Connie. Connie's got the giant greatsword that they're swinging at them.
Mm-hmm.
What's your armor class now?
19.
That's an 18.
Kellamvor says you're welcome.
So the spider fires a web at your torso, and this magical shield of energy stops it in midair as it sticks to the barrier, and then just slides to the ground. And the other one is going to try and bite Zanine. Okay, spider attempt to bite. As a 12, which will miss.
Missed.
My monsters do not want to hurt you guys, apparently, until they really, really do. Connie, it's your
We
turn.
had weird luck in this game. Raging with a great sword at the one next to me. 15.
hits. Roll damage.
And Divine Fury. 15.
15 damage.
Ouch.
All right, it's not quite dead, but it's looking real bad. Make your second attack.
Fucking hell.
Misses.
Yeah.
Esmeralda is gonna try and end this. She's going to cast Magic Missile at her 1/4 level spell slot. She's gonna split. That'd be 4, 5, 6. You're gonna split them evenly. 3 missiles for each spider. So that'll be 7 to one and 9 to the other, which will take both of them out as 6 magic missiles fly from Esmeralda and slam into each of these spiders, taking them down as ichor splatters all over the battlefield. And as you collect your breath after encountering all 9 of these spiders that you have now demolished, that is where we will end for the day. 15 minutes over time.
All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
Adios.
Bye.